Yeah, it's just a quick point about if you're in the UK and you're into New World cichlids. Um, it's really hard to get decent quality fish in this country. Yeah, well, it's not hard, but there's very few places you can go to do that. Yeah, I never try and buy fish from where people just advertise them. You don't know what the history is on them and all that. But even when you're buying them from other allegedly reputable sources, you've only got their word for it. And I've had it like numerous times where I've ordered fish and they've been the wrong sex and things like that. So it's not always guaranteed no matter where you get it from. Because I mean, if I could, I would order directly from places like Cota and that. But I've got onto Link's Fish to ask him to when he's doing the next Cota order, and he said he's going to let me know. But yeah, I mean, for things like, I mean, you can get things like Cubans and all that if you look for them in this country. I mean, you're not going to find them in most pet shops. Very few. There's one in Bethnal Green, Wholesale Aquatics. Terry down there is literally probably the main man to go to if you're like my neck of the woods. But it's still a bit half of a trek, and you've got to pay £15 congestion fee to get there because it's in central London. But yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But I mean, it's not that bad. I'm probably about half an hour from now. But the only other place really that I've had fish from in this country, I've had fish from private breeders who get their fish from like this Cota and all them places. But people are very funny in this country. They'll get fish, but it's like if they've got them and no one else has got them, they don't want to let them out. It's like I don't know. It makes them feel special or something, being the only one to have them. Whereas to me, I don't see how that's good for the hobby. Making it so that no one can get hold of anything. Uh, it just means when I got back into the hobby, I mean, this is what I was offered. Yeah, was like if I just went round your average sort of shops, I could get hold of Oscars, flower horns, and blood parrots. Yeah, that was pretty much what was there. You might get the odd Geophagus and things like that, but nothing really. Unless you'd see in the odd shop, you'd get stuff that had been handed in that were big fish. But I mean, I don't get them like that. I'll try and get mine as, you know what I mean, fry out with this sort of size here, couple of inches, 2 inches, and grow them on, and then raise them yourself. But yeah, I want to try and change that. Well, I mean, I know one person ain't really going to make much of a difference, but I mean, it still means there's a certain amount of fish available to people. If anyone who's local to like not far from London, who's after any of the fish that you see that I keep, let me know. And I mean, a lot of them I'll give away just to put like fish back into the hobby. I want people to be able to access them. But yeah, I've got these. If anyone's interested in these, you can message me and come and collect some. I've got flavs here. I've probably got about, I don't know, 30, 40 left, maybe a bit more. I'm gonna have a load of Cubans. Um, when I get them and I grow them out to a couple of inches, I'll normally charge like a five or a tenner, depending on the size for them. Just for the thing of paying towards my electric and all my food and running costs and that, but and the RO and RODI water and that, but and the bean eye as well. Like, but I literally sold some the other day, and I've done a group with them all at like five each basically. And if you're going to certain people who breed these, they want ridiculous money for them. Yeah, if you're going to keep bean eye as well, don't give them bloodworm. That's one thing I've noticed with them. They have problems digesting it. I don't know what it is about that because I give them everything else. I give them earthworms, prawns, things like that. Not I don't when I give them prawns, I chop them up quite small. I don't want to give them anything too overly bulky where they have problems, any sort of digestion problems. 'Cause I don't want to have bloat with these. But I've tried where I've grown out so many of these. Yeah, I've tried different methods with them to see what it is, to try and see what it is that makes them bloat. And there's been several reasons why when I've done it that I could put it down to, but no one thing particularly. But yeah, the B9 that I'm trying to get them out there as much as possible. The Cubans, the Flavs. I've got RTMs growing out at the minute. If anyone wants any of them, you can have them. I'll give them out free as well. Again, the B9 I've got in here. They're probably about an inch and a half now, coming up to an inch and a half. The bigger ones, the smallest probably about an inch. Try to see if you can see them now. No, I think most of them are hiding. There's one there. But well, there they are. Oh, as soon as I bring the camera there, they're right. Yeah, they've all been fed and that. Yeah, the water change this morning. I only feed them lightly on the water change days. But yeah, keeping them in RO and that, they seem to do much better than tap water. If you're in the UK, our tap water seems to be cacked. But so yeah, basically, if there's any fish you want or you're interested in, I'm not posting or shipping fish and all that. If you want to come and collect them, you can have them.